Good morning, afternoon, early evening, night, everybody.
Yeah, I hope no one's listening in the late evening.
Why is that?
Because we've not mentioned it. We're not going to feel welcome now.
Oh yeah, I've only said early evening.
Yeah.
Oh, crumbs. Welcome to Words in Chalk podcast with myself, 76.
And me, 76.
And me, Jake Nathan. Find me, Jake Nathan Creates on Instagram.
And I've got about 8 different Instagrams. I'm at 76 with no vowels, and 6 is the number. I'm 76 spoken, 76 beats.
Also, my hip-hop records, if you want to see my hip-hop collection. Charity shop covers, if you want to see pictures of all the funny charity shop vinyl that I found on my travels up and down the country.
Also, Words in Chalk. You started that one for us.
Words.in.chalk, because someone has taken the words in chalk at, which is really frustrating.
Still not posted. But that's our joint project of Words in Chalk with Aaron Shrimpton.
Absolutely, the man, the myth, the legend, the gladiator,
The curtain twitcher.
the barbarian,
The hair model,
the director, filmmaker, writer, event organizer, bankroller extraordinaire.
Yeah, I didn't know roll banks.
He does roll banks. We bow in his shadow.
Yeah.
Jake and I.
Only when it's like quite close to him, and he's standing close to the light, so it's a big shadow. Otherwise, we can't both.
Yeah, because we only do it literally and.
Well, yeah, not figuratively.
Yeah, I've never done anything figurative with Aaron, whatever his fucking name is. Yeah.
He's spelled Aaron. Everybody else says Aaron, but for some reason it's Aaron.
Yeah. Bit pretentious for my liking.
Yeah, like his beard.
Yeah, a little bit. I always thought, when we were first introduced and I stalked you on Instagram, I thought your @ name was Jake Nathan Crates.
Oh.
So I conjured up this kind of like...
record collector.
Yeah, like whenever I hear the word crate, I think of records.
Yeah, digging through the crates.
Yeah.
I actually own just about 2 pieces of vinyl.
Okay. Can you remember all of them? What they all are?
A really famous reggae one. I can't for the life of me remember the name of the guy.
Chuckademus and Pliers?
No, not like mainstream, not like pop reggae.
Charles Neddy?
No, I can't remember it.
Oh, fair enough.
I saw it.
So you can't remember 50% of your record collection?
No, 100%. I don't know what the other one is.
Oh, jings.
But I remember buying that one. We were in Herne Bay, which is a place I spent a lot of time growing up, and there was in like the village hall, they were selling it was like a DVD and records fair.
I love that.
So I went in for the DVDs, and I was just getting into music. I'd started my reggae journey. I'd ventured past Bob Marley, which is where most white people get stuck. And just found this guy who's not like in no way impressive. Like I should remember his name right now, but I can't for the life of me think. But yeah,
is it Desmond Decker?
No.
Elephant Man.
I can't even think what to Google. No, it wasn't. It was someone who had worked with Bob Marley. That's how I found out about him.
Oh.
It wasn't. Yeah, anything impressive. Yeah, all like Elephant Man, like dancehall and stuff. I loved that. So I've got loads of references. I just can't remember what this record is.
Fair enough. By the time this comes out in October, hopefully you've checked.
I can go and find my records.
Because I need closure.
Yeah.
And our listener needs closure as well.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about first lines.
We are.
I've got just as I was googling earlier, doing a bit of research for this podcast because I'm a professional. So I googled best first lines, but didn't get any more specific than that the first time. And the first article that came up was best first lines for Tinder.
Okay.
So I just had a quick look through that just for research purposes. I just wanted to share this one. If you matched on Tinder with a guy and his first message to you was, before we get chatting, I want you to know I'll never send you any unsolicited dick pics. Duck pics though, can't promise anything. And then sent you a picture of a duck. How likely are you to continue that conversation? Or are you more likely to think, who's this prick? And just carrying on with your Tindering? I thought that was a weird one to be on a list of best Tinder openers.
It is weird. I feel like I'm glad I've missed the whole Tinder era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
just based off that.
It's not the best era.
Yeah.
Although, if you are just like a nice guy who has normal conversations with women,
you haven't even got to bring up dick pics.
No, people seem to miss that trick.
Yeah.
If you're just a nice person who talks normally to someone, that gets you a lot further than these cheesy
It does.
lines.
I don't think I've ever used a pickup line.
No, me neither.
No. Hello, my name's Stuart.
That would never work.
It's just worked on you. I saw your eyes change there.
Stop looking at my crotch.
So, yeah, as you may have heard Jake mention there, we're going to talk about opening lines which can make or break a song. I think a strong opening line, like a hook on the end of a line, catches a fish.
Great wordplay there.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's super important, but also like super tricky.
Yeah, I tend to. I don't really start a poem until I have like a whole first line. I'm not someone who sits down with a blank page and sort of goes and starts to try and write something. I have to have a first line that popped into my head to work off of, or I struggle to get going.
I think often alongside what inspires me to write a piece is usually a longish word that I can use as a multisyllabic rhyme.
Yeah.
So, for example, in another podcast we were talking and you used the word superfluous, yet you don't remember using it.
I don't remember saying it.
But I immediately thought superfluous. I thought of the concept for the poem and something that rhymes with superfluous, but I'm not going to give anything away now.
No, that's fair.
But that's what gets me. So it'll either be the word or it'll be an opening line.
Yeah.
And just looking through pretty much all of my pieces, my opening line is very hip-hop.
Yeah.
And almost very like Chuck D-esque in that it's more of a statement that then goes into the piece.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, the first poem I wrote when I started this spoken word wheeze,
Yeah.
I actually just blatantly stole from Eminem. So the whole poem
Yeah.
is about being nervous, and the opening line is my pits are sweaty, my eyes are weak, my face is heavy.
Referencing.
Lose Yourself by Eminem.
From
It says my
palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah.
Vomit on my sweat already, mum's spaghetti.
There you go. Because when I used to present meetings at work in front of like 30, 40, 50 people, I would always do the opening line. My arms are heavy, my palms are sweaty, like whichever way around it goes. And it always used to get a giggle. So I thought my first poem is about being nervous because I'm nervous. But I switched it because I'm from Grays. My pits are sweaty.
Yeah.
Which again always gets like a smile from the
You like
4 or
to
5
use
people
comedy,
that I perform
don't
to. I love using comedy because I think it engages people.
Yeah.
If you're in an audience and you're not paying attention and you suddenly hear everybody laugh, you immediately feel like you've been left out of the joke, and no one wants to be left out of a joke.
Yeah, you're very good at drawing the audience in and getting them to listen to you, which I'm always impressed with.
Thanks.
It's a difficult skill.
Thanks. And also, because I'm nervous, my eyes are weak and face is heavy. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
But I'm nervous. I don't really know how I feel.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a pretty cool opening line.
Yeah, no, it's good. It goes down well. This page puts it with me.
I did, yeah. I'm just putting my naked feet onto Jake's sockhead's toes.
The fucking toes. I like that. I might use that in a poem.
Do it.
Yeah, I always, my poems, it sounds like, when you say it, sounds like my poems always start with the first line. But obviously, like I that's generally how I get going. Is I'll think of a rhyme and be like, yeah, that's good, and I'll work off of that. Trying to think of like some of my better ones. I got a poem about Grenfell, which is probably my most powerful poem.
It is an incredible poem.
And the opening line to that is, they say that they're wishing us well, but how could we ever believe when we're remembering Grenfell? and you're sort of immediately people are like, okay, I need to listen to this.
Yeah.
This is a serious one, and just go from there.
But again, in a line, you know the tone of the poem.
Yeah.
You know the direction it's going in, and you know if you're going to be on that journey.
Yeah, I think delivery is a big part.
Yeah.
Of an opening line, because in looking for my favourite, I was listening to some songs and thinking like, how did the opening line affect me? And one of the ones I loved was ODB, who is like eclectic in his rhyming style at the best times. But
someone at work recently accidentally referred to him as OBD.
OBD. Old bastard dirty.
Yeah. Never going to let him live that down.
Yeah, but on Shimmy Shimmy Ya, he literally starts with shimmy shimmy ya, shimmy ya, shimmy ya. It's like it's not even words.
Yeah.
But his delivery of it immediately has me like, let's go.
You're in.
Yeah.
You're in straight away.
I think that's definitely one of ODB's strengths.
Yeah.
He's not like the rhymer or rapper.
I think Jay-Z said like the hook is the song, so he tries to make every line the hook. Because how many songs can you sing the chorus to? You have fucking no idea what the verses are. And I think that's a genius way of looking at it. So if your first line can literally hook someone in, then you're off to a flying start.
Yeah, Jay-Z has got some good ones.
I think being my entire history being steeped in hip hop, because it was 1989 that I actually heard my first rap songs. Funnily enough, even there's a Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
Yeah.
Starts 1989, another summer. So I can't even say the year 1989 without wanting to be Chuck D.
Absolutely, yeah.
In that, I mean, what a great opening line. But yeah, for the majority of my understanding, rap, poetry, lyrics, it's always been about that first line. Like Chuck D was, again, bass, how low can you go?
Yeah.
You're literally starting with almost a punch in the face.
Yeah.
Or in
that line for sure really hits you.
Yeah. Even at Night of the Living Bassheads, same album. Here it is, bam, and you say, God damn, this is a dope jam.
Yeah, Chuck D's great at that.
You're straight in.
Yeah. One that I different to Chuck D, but we often talk about the storytelling in hip hop.
Yep.
I was listening to Deep Cover 98, Fat Joe and
Big Pun.
Yeah. The opening line to that is, ready for war, Joe, how you want to blow this spot. I know these dirty cops that'll get us in if we murder some WAP. And you're like,
there you go.
Oh.
I want to know the rest of the story.
What's happening here?
That's the opening scene to the best movie.
Yeah.
Wasn't that right in the middle of Little Italy?
Yeah, that song, Dead in the Middle of Little Italy, little did we riddle some middlemen who didn't do diddly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Lidl, they've literally got bargain bins, and it says in the middle of Lidl, and every time I go in I feel like Big Pun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are buying a lot of food as well.
I am buying a lot of food. Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. He's a big chap.
Is right in the middle of Little Italy, little did we know we riddled the middleman who didn't do diddly, a multisyllabic rhyme.
It is, yes. There's multisyllabic rhymes in there.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it sounds like it's all multisyllabic rhymes, but I think it's the flow as well that gets it. But there are multisyllabics in there.
That is one of the most insane lines in hip hop.
Yeah. It is a great line. When the first time you hear that line, you're like, oh fuck.
There's a cracking Tribe Called Quest opening line in Bugging Out. Fife Dog. You know where I'm going with this.
I've got this noted down to talk about.
In which case, let me hand the mic to you.
No, you put me on the spot.
So this is Bugging Out.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Do a
dun,
microphone
dun,
check. 1, 2. What is this? The 5-foot assassin with the roughneck business.
There you go.
Such a great opening line.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this?
Yeah. Did you watch the Tribe Called Quest documentary?
Absolutely.
By Michael Rappaport?
Yeah.
I found it interesting in that where they were talking about how obviously Q-Tip's a genius and how he was evolving musically, and they were getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
And that Fife Dog at one point just sort of stepped up his level, like realised he had to step up and come in for the album, and was just like on fire.
Yeah.
And like I remember talking about it with Outkast as well, the way that Andre 3000, obviously genius, was going in all these different directions. And Big Boy just realised I've got to like be up there with the best rappers in the world just to keep up with Andre's production.
Yeah.
Like if he was ever going to stand out in Outkast, he had to be this incredible rapper.
Well, that's collaboration and competition, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially within a group. I mean, I know we mentioned Wu-Tang a lot.
Yeah.
But if you're in a group with 7, 8 other extremely talented people, what's the phrase? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
So if you're in a room with lots of really fucking talented, smart people, you've got to step your game up or you're ruined.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big proponent of...
Big what?
Proponent.
Okay.
Of being around creative people and having creative friends, because they push you to be better.
Yeah.
It's easy to be like... hang around with your normal friends and to be like the most creative person there. I'm like, I'm the best rapper here. Like, there's no other rappers.
Yeah.
But that's something I learned in poetry. I not only to creative friends, I'm much more encouraging about your ideas and pushing you to achieve things. When you're seeing people all the time who are like up in their game and writing stuff that you think, oh, I wish I'd written that. It makes you be better. It makes you write more and pursue that level.
So when you are writing and you want your piece to be fantastic, are you consciously looking for a good opening line, or does it?
I always want a good first line, because the first line sort of dictates everything for me where I'm going to go with it. Once I start writing, I'm sort of in a flow state where I do a lot of rhyming, but I like to mix up my rhyming. I like to do it internal rhyming and rhyme the end of one line with the beginning of the next and like different stuff, because I like the way it makes it flow. But like to start writing something, I'd like to have a strong opening line. I want something that's going to grab the audience and like kick it off right. And then, like normally like the short, sharp statements work really well. I've got one where I start I was left in pieces, and I sort of let it sit there for a second, and then I followed up with scattered across my consciousness. I believed it when my conscience said, you are a bad man. But just that first line is like, I was left in pieces, and then you don't say anything for a couple of seconds. Makes people go, oh, hang on.
Why is he in pieces?
Yeah.
I need to find this out.
Yeah, not like they're desperate to know, but just it like the level of intrigue.
Yeah.
Especially not diving straight into it. But then when I do come in, like quite a lyrical line, and yeah, I think I do think a lot about how my poems start. I wrote one about Boris Johnson when I first started poetry, called "The Man with the Silly Hair Who Wanted to Be Mayor," and that was the opening line. It's like, "The man with the silly hair who wanted to be mayor," and I thought that was quite like a
that's great
funny,
because
engaging line.
Think of when you're young and you've got all your kids' books that you enjoy, and like they're like limericks and stuff. That's like the perfect opening line for like,
and obviously
that nostalgia.
Was not a fan of Boris Johnson, so I was belittling him, but using language that we all recognise.
Yeah,
it's like simplistic and childlike.
Yeah, the best way to belittle people, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, similarly, I've got one of my lines for a piece I did about I love numbers and mathematics, and I know I wanted to write something. Then at work, someone told me a joke, which was, I'm really worried about the calendar. I was like, why? They went, because its days are numbered. So I didn't laugh, but what I did do is think that's a fucking brilliant opening line for my number poem. So the line is, like a calendar, your days are numbered.
Yeah.
No wonder why too many people try to get free.
Yeah.
And I like that because when I say like a calendar, your days are numbered, just seeing like the 4 or 5 people in the audience, you can see like a little twitch in their eye in their mouth because they're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
That's quite funny. Then I start counting up to 10 with all the different lines.
Yeah, it's fun to put something out there and see people get it. And the more you perform as well, the better you get at throwing something out there, but not like pointing to it. Yeah,
I know. I told this story on a previous episode, but one of my first poems, called "Excuse Me Please," was written because one of my bugbears is people talking during performances. So the opening line is "Excuse me, please," which I project my voice.
Yeah.
Am I interrupting your fucking performance? And it generally gets everybody listening to the rest of the poem.
Yeah, because everyone who wasn't paying attention is now like, oh fuck, it's
Yeah. So the first time I performed it was the second poem I performed after Spaghetti, which is about being nervous. Well, I stole Eminem's idea. Everyone was listening.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh shit, I'm just going to be basically accusing nobody of talking.
Yeah.
And then in that 5-10 seconds between the poems, 2 guys started talking.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little PSA to everybody out there. If you're standing at the bar, you're not out of the room. You're still talking for a performance, even if you're having a chat at the bar.
Yeah.
Just because you've moved to the back to chat, you're still chatting.
Yeah.
So just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up and just appreciate how difficult it is to stand up in front of people you do and don't know, no matter how many there are, and speak out loud. Even when you're reading from your phone or your book, you've still got to put feeling and eloquence into those words.
Yeah, there are people out there that are doing it for the first time and don't know how to project themselves or how to have the presence on the mic. Yeah. And they hear you and that's terrifying.
Go to a different pub.
Yeah. If you don't listen to what's on the stage, just fuck up.
One of my favourite opening lines to a rap song, which is massively underrated, not really spoken about, is a track called I Shot Ya by LL Cool J. And it's the remix featuring Keith Murray, Foxy Brown, Prodigy from Mobb Deep,
He's got some good
Fat
remixes,
Joe.
LL Cool J.
He has. This was in the late 90s when the remix was a genuine remix. So not only would the beat be different, but the MC would actually re-rap their raps over the top of it, or they'd have features on it. It's not just here's the a cappella, put a new beat on it.
Yeah.
The I Shot You remix, and Keith Murray's opening line is, I'm here to make $1 out of 15 cents and let my balls hang like I'm on the toilet taking a shit. How good is that for an opening line?
It's going to grab your attention.
This is why I'm here, but this is how fucking gutter I am.
Yeah.
Let my balls hang like I'm on the toilet taking a shit.
Yeah, there's another ODB line that I really like from Brooklyn Zoo.
Brooklyn Zoo is an absolute beast of a song.
Yeah.
I love Brooklyn Zoo.
I'm a big ODB fan. I've got a poster of him.
You can suck my dick.
But the way he comes in with that, where it's
I'm the one
man, I'm an ace on. I never been taken out. I keep MCs looking out, and it's just like
I'm dropping science like girls be dropping babies.
Cosby be dropping babies.
Oh, Cosby be dropping babies. Oh, it's what it's girls.
Drop signs like Cosby dropping babies.
Man alive.
Go crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just his presence.
Yeah.
He just, every song he gets on is like, fuck you, I'm the best.
Yeah.
And he's clearly not, but the confidence makes you think maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
Yeah, maybe he's
I love the video to that as well, because how mentally he is performing it is exactly how, who ODB is, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, his presence is just Shimmy Shimmy I love the fact that it comes in, it's not even saying words.
In fact, there's so many, across all genres, there's so many opening lines that define some of the greatest songs of all time, All Along the Watchtower.
Yeah.
Which Jimi Hendrix did a far better job at than Bob Dylan.
I agree.
Of doing.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
Said the Joker to the thief.
It's a great line.
Incredible. But imagine just sitting there, Bob Dylan wrote obviously, but imagine he was just sitting there and the concept of that, I'm stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
Who's having the conversation though? A joker and a thief. What is that scenario? How did that come about? That's just...
I often think that when I'm listening to a great song, what was it like to be in the room when this had been made?
Did you watch the Get Back documentary about the Beatles?
No, I don't think I have.
On Disney Plus.
No.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it's 3 episodes, each episode is about 2.5 hours long, and it's effectively just them in a studio writing the Get Back album. But watching the creative process is phenomenal. Like seeing, like Paul McCartney is the head and shoulders genius of the group. Ringo was just happy to be there.
Yeah, he always was.
Just more than happy to be there. George Harrison, like quite introverted, but also super like talented and creative. Yeah. And to be honest with you, just in this documentary, John Lennon, just a really fucking irritating prick.
Yeah.
Like I kind of started. I used to love John Lennon. I still do, to be fair. But just seeing him in this documentary, I thought,
I think John Lennon went on a journey.
He did go on a little journey. But you're just to your point there. You're seeing them actually write in the moment some of the most well-known, famous songs of all time, or like even humming them because they haven't got the words yet.
Yeah.
So you're literally in the room with them while they're writing, like Get Back, while they're writing The Long and Winding Road. What's When I Find Myself in Times of Let It Be.
Yeah, Let It Be.
You're seeing Let It Be being written.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Have you seen the what's the studio? I can't remember what the studio is called. Dave Grohl made the documentary about a famous studio in America. Something City.
Radio City.
Not Radio City, no. I can't remember. I'll Google it while I'm talking. So but it's a really cool documentary. Dave Grohl made it about this. Like when you see the people, the interviews that recorded there, like all the way through, it's unbelievable. That's actually where the new Fleetwood Mac was formed.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously there's the first incarnation with Peter Green, at the start where they're a blues band.
Yeah.
And then Peter Green and the guitar, I can't remember the guy's guitarist's name. They're both
Mick Fleetwood.
No, not Mick Fleetwood. It was Mick Fleetwood. Mac, whose Mac was his name? I can't remember. But they named Peter Green created the band, but named it Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
And I can't remember the guitarist's name, but it said to Peter Green, "Why are our names not in the title? You created the band." Because me and you aren't going to last. They're going to be in this band forever. Right. Me and you are going to disappear at some point, which obviously they did. But then obviously they met Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah.
But the way that they got together was Fleetwood Mac had gone to this studio to record their latest album, to find their new sound, and they walked past recording the studio, and Mick Fleetwood heard Lindsey Buckingham singing, and said to his producer or whoever it was, who's that in there? And he's like, "Oh, that's Lindsey Buckingham." He went, he's great, I want him in the band. Can I go in and talk to him? And they were like, "Yeah, of course." So he goes in to talk to Lindsey Buckingham, and says to him, "Do you want to come and join Fleetwood Mac?" And he said, "Yes, but only if my girlfriend can join." And that was Stevie Nicks. And then Stevie Nicks became Fleetwood Mac. She is Fleetwood Mac to most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because Fleetwood Mac on the Rumours album, which is probably their biggest, most famous one, that's when they all hated each other and were going through divorces and fell out, yet they still made...
cocaine addicts and fucking each other.
Yeah.
Well, they're all fucking Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. And then they made the most insane album.
Yeah. Is that got The Chain on? The Chain is such a great song.
I don't know.
I think it has. Do you know the song like Jesse had a girl, Jesse had a friend?
No.
Oh, but it's like one of those 80s.
The irony, given we're talking about opening lyrics.
Yeah, 80s pop song. But he apparently had a pit bull, and the producer didn't like the way that he was playing the guitar, so they got the guitarist in to play the track, and his Rick Springfield, that name?
Yeah.
His pit bull went and sat with his mouth on the guitarist's crotch while he recorded the song, and it was like no words had been said, but I knew that if I played this wrong, this pit bull was going to take my cock off. But yeah, it's a great documentary. I recommend watching it.
So about half hour in, I thought it'd be fun if we ended on a little quiz, which I've literally just thought of. So I've got up, here are some of the best opening lines to songs ever from Reddit, and I want to see if you know the song.
Okay.
I read the news today, oh boy.
I'm not getting anything immediate.
Right, Day in the Life by the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Coolio.
Yeah. My least favourite hip-hop song ever.
I like it. I like rapping along.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, who's in it? Hello, darkness, man. Is that Simon and Garfunkel?
It is.
It is, yeah.
Sound of Silence. One of my least favourite songs ever, this one. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile.
I feel like you don't even want me to say that. We all know what that is.
Yeah, we do. Now, this is the story, all about how...
I've got to twist it upside down. I could take a minute, just sit right there. How became a Prince of a town called Bel Air? By Tupac, wasn't it?
It was. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year, stole many a man's soul and faith.
Rolling Stones.
Absolutely.
Sympathy for the Devil.
Absolutely. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
It's an X-lot.
Mate, you're doing well. You're doing well. At first I was afraid.
I was petrified.
Again, that's all you needed, like, what, 3 words?
Yeah.
Tonight, I'm going to have myself a real good time.
Elton John.
No. I feel
No,
alive.
Queen.
There you go.
Fuck.
But you knew it.
I didn't
you knew
know
it.
Yeah.
This one's just, are you ready, kids? Oh, here we go. Listen to the wind blow, watch the sunrise. The Chain, Fleetwood Mac.
It's the end of the Chain, though. That's the best bit.
Oh, mate. There is a house in New Orleans.
Have you heard Dolly Parton's version of that?
Yeah.
It's fucking 80s and brilliant.
Mate.
It's so good.
Such a great song. House of the Rising Sun by the Animals, if anyone's wondering. This is tricky. I said a hip hop, a hippie, the hippie, the hip hop, and you don't stop. A rocket to the bang bang boogie, say up jump the boogie, to the rhythm of the boogie, the beat.
But did you know they were put together?
I do.
Have you? What's it? The documentary on Netflix?
Yeah.
They talk about it, and it's like one of them even stole rhymes from somebody else.
Yeah, from fucking what's his name? Yeah, but he doesn't even change the other rapper's name in the line.
No. Yeah.
Grandmaster Kaz.
Yes.
He literally says, I'm the C-A-Z, the F-L-Y, the G with the double, whatever he says.
Yeah.
He literally spells the other guy's name out.
Yeah. And like, if you don't follow hip hop or know the history, and it's like, oh, that's like the first hip hop song.
Yeah.
And like, and you realise it's all stolen, it's all put together and fake. And...
Mate, it was. I've forgotten her name. We get Sylvia Robinson. Sylvia Robinson. I'm sure that's her name.
Yeah. Robinson's talking about the Sugar Hill Gang. Yeah.
Put it together. Put it all together, and I think she was in a fast food shop, and the guy was just rapping along to the radio, and she's like, right, you'll do, you can come and be a rapper. Unbelievable.
Crazy.
I'm the CES. Right, on that bombshell, I hope this has been a vaguely interesting opening lines. If you've got any favourite opening lines, drop them in the comments.
Yeah.
Have you got some more opening lines?
I've got a couple, yeah.
Mate, throw some more in.
Just to end with, we'll go through some great ones.
Let's do it.
We'll start with Jay-Z, Dead Presidents 2. Who wanna bet us that we don't touch lettuce? Stack cheddars forever, live treacherous, all the et-ceteras. Like, just diving straight in with some
messing.
multisyllabics, and you're just like, fuck yeah. I'm down with this. Do you know the Crooklyn Dodgers? There's been like a couple of versions.
Yeah.
Special Ed in Crooklyn.
The first one, produced by second one's produced by Q-Tip.
Yeah. Panic as another manic depressant as the adolescent stares at death.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great line.
Master Ace is on that as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
What's this one? Oh, a bit.
My mentality is getting iller, killer instinct to try and infiltrate. But wait, I know you want to enter, but I can't let you in. Yes, the Master Ace. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd come across that one day in work, and like got lost in a couple of hours reading Wikipedia about it, and it was like the Crooklyn Dodgers, and then like they broke up, and then someone else started again with all different people. And,
yeah, Chubb Rock in the next one, and Joe with the Damager. Yeah.
Who raps this on this Wu-Tang song? poisonous paragraph smash up your phonograph in half. It'd be the Inspector Deck on the warpath.
Inspector Deck.
Yeah. Right, yeah. I knew it was going to give it away.
But then, speaking of opening lines, Inspector Deck, a bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I'll be dropping these mockeries, lyrically defined armed robberies. Like, that has to be...
Inspector Deck doesn't really get the respect he deserves, does
Deck
he?
is incredible.
He's like
even on Protection, I smoke on the mic, like Smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavour.
Everyone talks about Meth and Jizza and Ray and Ghost.
Deck's incredible.
Yeah.
We know his album was supposed to come out after Meth's, but RZA's basement flooded and he lost the entire album.
Oh, fuck.
So it missed the release date. Then he had to record all new songs, and RZA was too busy, so there was like different producers, and it just wasn't the album that RZA produced.
Yeah.
That could have been like fucking Cuban Links or Iron Man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I know, man.
I've got another Wu Tang one. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no jive.
Had second hands, mom's bouncing old mans, so I moved to shouting lands.
Yeah. Ghostface catch a blast on the hype verse. My Glock verse, leaving a hearse.
I did worse.
Wu Tang. I think what, the 70% of the opening lines I've said tonight come from Wu Tang.
Maybe there you go, but we said it already. So when you've got like extremely talented people, like you want to outdo the person next to you, and if you're going to be on the track, I think Busta Rhymes, I remember him saying he made sure that he would always be the last verse on a track because he would blow everyone else off it, and he'd be the last person you heard.
He always comes with an impact.
Music changed in the DJ Millennium era, is that you would only ever play like the first or second verse of the song.
Mm.
So then he changed that to the first verse on the song.
I was just going to say, like, he always comes in with an impact, Busta Rhymes. But on MOP Anti-Up remix, when he comes in at the beginning and he just fucking sets it off. I don't know if there's a hip hop song that has more energy than that.
Like Anti-Up is like fucking
It's a great track. I listen to that on the way to football to get pumped up.
I don't blame you. The normal, I prefer the remix version.
I do prefer the remix version, but I do like the original as well.
Yeah.
I don't know much MOP, but
I think I know about 4 MOP songs.
Yeah. Anti-Up remix, Cold as Ice.
That's 2 of them.
That's all I need.
Yeah. They had a track called Brownsville off their first album, which is fucking insane as well. Yeah.
We should probably end this. We're breaking our own rules.
Yeah, we are. Alright, well, you've been Jake Nathan.
And have you been 76?
I have been 76. Thanks, everyone. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us tonight. I hope you vaguely enjoyed this episode of the podcast.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What have we got? What we're going to do going forwards? I think in future episodes, Jake and I are going to be having a compliment rap battle.
Yep.
So I'm writing a verse of compliments about Jake.
I'm going to switch it up and just insult him, and it's going to be him saying how good I am and how much I hate him.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty decent.
I should have just done that. Let you go first.
Yeah, and just come back and destroy me. Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, we're going to get some guests on.
Yep, we'll get Aaron on.
Try and get Aaron on.
Yeah, try and get some of our
the elusive Aaron
poetry friends.
Yeah.
Find out about their journeys, their creative processes, their anxieties and influences.
The things that inspire them and their writing processes. And yeah, it's going to be cool.
And if you're really lucky, we might do a bit of research before one of our episodes as well.
Words.